Hi, welcome to another edition of Stu's News. As part of our series on what's involved in selling your home, we've decided to talk today to a local conveyancer here, Georgia Boland. She's going to run through what's involved in a contract and how important it is to have all that relevant information in a contract when selling your home. Let's catch up with Georgia now. G'day, Georgia.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks for joining us on Stu's News.
Thank you.
So Georgia has been a conveyancer for how long?
I have been a licensed conveyancer for 7 years now.
How long have you worked for a solicitor?
But I've been working in the legal industry for over 20 years.
Georgia works at Camden local lawyer.
Yes.
And she's a licensed conveyancer here. So if you want to sell your home, you want to buy a home, she's a lady you chat to about contracts.
Hopefully.
And what we're going to be talking about today is what's involved in a contract. So say I want to come in and sell my home. What's actually involved in the process in organising a contract?
Organising a contract, okay. So the client comes in or telephone or sometimes email. We have international clients. So we're taking information as to obviously the property, the structures on it, the inclusions, exclusions, and then it is a matter of arranging, obtaining the certificates that you need for the contract, title search, zoning certificate, sewer diagrams, all of the dealings, notion on a title, the deposited plan, there's a Section 88B instrument. What we try and do is obtain as much information as possible as to the age of the dwelling, the consents, and specifically if there has been any renovations or something like that recently, to have the client undertake the process, if they haven't already, to obtain final inspection certificates, final occupation certificates.
So having everything in the contract will make it happen a lot quicker.
A lot quicker.
Because I suppose when it goes out and you find a buyer and then their solicitor goes, well, yeah, this has been done, this has been done, this has been done. That's when the problems fall into place.
That's exactly
have everything there, makes it quick.
Everything undertaken quickly, undertaken from the start, so that, yes, so because if you're acting for a purchaser, you're wanting a complete picture of the property to be able to go through with the client and to basically make sure that the clients are buying the land, but the structures built on the land are not illegal.
Yeah. So how long does it take to get a contract together?
When I first started, it used to take quite a while at getting manual searches, but as the technology's increased, then it's not quite so hard. However, in our local area, the zoning certificates and the sewer diagrams that we have to get from council have started to take a little bit longer, but look, so...
Couple of weeks?
Couple of weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks.
You know, you think you want to sell your house today, it's not going to probably get on the market for 2 to 3 weeks because of the time to get all this together.
That's exactly right.
From the agent's point of view, but also from the conveyancer's point of view. So
yes.
Plan ahead, that's the key, isn't it?
Got to plan ahead. That's exactly right.
Okay, so now the agent's found a buyer for your vendor's home.
Yes.
What's the process involved from there?
So you send me the sales advice, gives me the details of the purchaser and their solicitor and any other agreement that's been agreed to.
Yeah.
Then we prepare the formal contract, so the marketing contract basically rehashed
Yes.
with the further details. Send that off to the purchaser solicitor. They will get in contact with us, make more inquiries, we're back and forward. Basically we get to the point where we exchange the contracts, and in between exchange and settlement, which is the day the keys are handed over, basically, we are then busy liaising with banks, mostly, and dealing with the clients, even if things might arise in their situations, changing the settlement dates, settlement times, settlement locations.
You attend settlement as well.
Yes, that's exactly. Well, yes, we do. Less and less so. More and more electronic settlements are coming in.
That's a good thing.
Which is really, really good. Yeah.
So, from a purchaser's point of view, you're also organising pest and building reports.
Yes.
You're doing searches at council, making sure everything's right. You're making sure the pool's compliant. All those sorts of things as well.
Yes.
So there's a lot of time that goes into an average contract, which is what, $1,500 or $1,600 to act for someone. Is that around the price?
That's around it. Mainly built up of disbursements, so the things that you have to pay out.
So you're actual cost involved in that is probably half of that.
It's
Everything
probably
else,
about half,
and it's
yeah.
just time. So,
It's time.
but it's a really crucial part of buying a home. It's the most important part, and if this is done right, you know, you're in safe hands and you bought the right property.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us, Georgia.
No
We
problem.
really appreciate it. If you need any legal advice with contracts, drop in and see Georgia at Camden Haven Local Lawyer.
Thank you.
She's the friendliest conveyancer in town.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, mate. Thank you.
No problem.